Every good player that is available to move from any other Nigerian league club, you want to look abroad first. They want to look at North African country, South African country, and most of those places. Then Remo Stars will be a second option based on continental. Then now that they did not qualify for playing in the CAF Champions League, now it will be more difficult for them to get some good players over the country because of the structure of the league.
Nigeria Professional Football League, they should know that the teams are not performing as professionals.
Welcome to EVO SPORTS. Yeah, we have some interesting results over the weekend concerning the Nigerian Premier League games. We have Benden Insurance versus Warri Wolf. They played out 1-1 draw at home to Benden Insurance. We have Kwara United against Remo Stars. They beat the defending champion 3-1. Of course, maybe probably due to the fatigue of their CAF Champions League going away to Sundowns, coming back, then maybe probably we can attribute that the result to it, but you never can tell. Nigeria is becoming more interesting by day somehow. We have Bayelsa United against Plateau United 2-1. Bayelsa playing home. We have Barao FC against Wiki Tourist, goalless draw. We have Enyimba against Kano Pillars 2-0 against Kano Pillars against Ahmed Musa led team. Then we have El Kanemi Warriors against Enugu Rangers that played at 0-0 at Wiki Tourist home. Then we have Ikorodu United against Kun Khalifa FC. If I that name sound like all these Chinese, all these Chinese team. Ikorodu City 2, Kun Khalifa 0. Niger Tornadoes 1, Abia Warriors 2. Abia Warriors are really doing well this time around. I hope they continue like that. Then we have Rivers United, Finidi George-led team as well, against Nasarawa United. They won that game 1-0. Then we have Shooting Stars. They could not shoot down Castina United, although they played 1-1 draw. Now we have some good analysis to do about some of these few games, but we go straight to the Enyimba versus Kano Pillars game. Of course, that was the match of the weekend, the star of the weekend. Enyimba, 9-time Nigerian Premier League champion. Kano Pillars, 4-time champion. So I believe it's a very interesting game, and I have some two gentlemen by my side here. Mr. Eto, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Mr. Abbott, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So I start with you. How do you see this Kano Pillars Enyimba game?
Yes, thank you. I think from what you've said, the Enyimba and Kano Pillars are Nigerian Premier Football League giants from time immemorial. The two teams have been existing for a very, very long time. And that game played over the weekend. I expected that it was going to be a very big football tussle that day. But ultimately, Enyimba came out a winner at the end of the day with 2-0 in Abia State. But there's something about that game. When I was watching the game, I was expecting to see a more entertaining kind of football from the professionals of the both sides. Flow, flair, ball possession, keeping ball possession, you know, all those drama that we used to see in the Western world, because these two teams are football heavyweights in Nigeria. But it is far from what I thought from the first place. It was just like a jiggery poggery kind of football, you know, just like a Principal Cup kind of a football where Enyimba cannot even make 12 successful passes. Kano Pillars can't even make 12 successful passes. So it's just so funny. It's just so funny. I don't know if they're going to blame it to the pitch. I don't know if they're going to blame it to tactical approach. I don't know if they're going to blame it to the fact that the team are not always together. But it's a football club. This is not national team. We expected that they should be, you understand, where you see, yes, free flow football, having free kicks, having pull-outs, corner kicks, ball possession, you know, as we watch in the Western world where you see statistics at the end of the day, how many corner kicks and all of that. So, but the game was not as entertaining as I expected. Though Impact had their 3 points and 2 goals and 3 points, but the game was not that entertaining as it's supposed to be for me. And looking at the stadium again is another factor again to reckon with it. The fans are not turning out for these games. I don't really know why. It could be because of the kind of football we play these days in our league. That's why fans are not actually interested, because they may come onto the pitch to watch a particular game. The game did not pan out the way they actually expected. But it's a nice game though. In the Nigerian Premier League, whoever has a chance to have his 3 points, let him have it. Be it by Nook or by Cook, just have your 3 points so that at the end of the day, you can be the ultimate champion at the end of the season.
Okay. The fans not turning out, I think it's another topic for us because we need to discuss that and know the more reason why fans are not turning out to watch the game. Mr. Eto, looking at this game over the weekend, Abia Warriors, they are in the same city with Enyimba. And then Abia Warriors is topping the group. Enyimba playing against Kano Pillars. Kano Pillars are down the table.
They are the last.
Yeah, the last on the log. So will you say that Enyimba really played well to get that 2 goals and win that game? Or is it that Kano Pillars were not that good enough for them?
But the both of them played almost the same way. It's only that Enyimba had the opportunity to grind out that result. But outside that, there was nothing so spectacular about the game. Secondly, as Mr. Albert mentioned, there were no spectators in that field. The stadium was almost empty. And when you have your fans or crowd that cheers you up, it brings out the best of football in you. You understand what I mean? It's only that Enyimba had the chance to score they scored in the 29 minutes from a goal by John Bassi, and on the 35th minute, another goal by Edidion. So outside that, I didn't see any other team that they played. But what I think now is that Enyimba is 6th on the table with 11 matches, 3 goal difference, and 16 points. Why the Abia Warrior mentioned has played 11 matches for 4 goal difference with 21 points. So they are topping the table. But outside that, I think Abia Warriors is the team that is doing better so far. But let's just watch out for Enyimba. Probably they will still get there. But the match I watched between them and Kano Pillars, there was nothing to write them about. So it was just that they grinded out their result. So we are still expecting to see those flashes we used to know Enyimba for.
Okay, let me read out the table so that for the viewers that are really eager to know, Abia Warriors is topping the table with 11 matches played, 21 points. They have won 7 games, followed by Nasarawa United. Although they played 10 matches, win 6, they have 19 points. Ikorodu City, they have played 11 matches, then they won 4, then with 18
points.
Because they have about 6 draws. Yeah, then we have Warri Wolves, 11 matches, 5 wins, and then 18 points as well. So that is the first 4 there. We'll come to the relegation. So we have Kano Pillars down. They have played 10 matches. They have 8 points. They have won only 2 games. We have Benden Insurance at 19.
I think Kano Pillars has 5 points, right?
No, 8 points. 8 points.
Okay.
8 points. Then we have Benden Insurance, 10 matches, 1 win, and then 8 points as well. We have Barao FC, 18, sitting on 18 position, 10 matches, 2 wins, and then with 9 points.
That's the team that is owned by Senator Barao.
Yeah. So I think for now we can say maybe they are trying their best because I think they just get
yes
to the Premier League. So now going back to the Enyimba game, we have about, when we check the statistic of this game, do this statistic really reflect on the performances on the pitch, or it was just a mere statistic? Because here we have 3 shots on target by Enyimba to against Kano Pillars 4, chances created Kano Pillars 7, Enyimba 5. Then we have crosses into the 18. We have Kano Pillars 1, then Enyimba 3. Then we have ball possession. Kano Pillars had more ball possession, 51% to Enyimba 49%. So will you say that this thing really reflected on the game, or you don't believe in statistics?
Yeah, that statistics depend. When they say crosses, at least I watched some of the highlights. I didn't see any crosses. I don't know where they saw their own crosses for. You understand? Some of the things they wrote in the statistics, I didn't see it in the game. You understand? Maybe they just want to make the statistics look healthy. You understand what I'm saying? But outside that, I didn't. What they play with the position you said they have played 11 with 16 points. I don't think they didn't play well. Both sides didn't play well. It was just an average game that you said initially it was just like a football, Principal Cup. So I watched it. Was just a one kind of funny and one-sided game with the commentary and every other thing that we had. So I don't think it merits that the statistics matched up with what we saw on the field of play.
Mr. Albert, you heard the statistics.
There's some question you ask when you are anchoring. It actually makes me laugh. Why? Because you know that those statistics. Okay, let's accept the corner kicks, because corner kicks are a direct kind of exhibition. Is the statistics, the ball possession, is it number 5 passing the ball to number 6, number 6 passing it back to number 5, number 5 passing back to number 6? Because I want to know, because when you check ball possession, you see how the flow of football coming from defense line to central midfield, right full back, left full back, how they flow sequentially from this half to the other half. That's how we want to know about ball possession. You don't be in your half, number 5 and 6 and goalkeeper, and you gain ball possession.
But they are still possessing me.
See, that is a reversible ball possession. That is a reversible
When you are
possession.
driving a car, whether you are going front or back, you are driving.
You are moving.
The one must be projecting. If you are going forward, you are projecting. If you are going backward, you
Now,
are
they did state that ball possession in the opponent half. How what is
They can write on ball possession.
Ball possession. So,
I didn't see that ball possession.
Chiba, the truth is this. The truth is this. Jokes apart. You see, Nigeria Professional Football League, they should know that the teams are not performing as professionals. They need to actually check what is wrong. Is it the pitch, or is there something that's not actually, or is it the kind of training style? Are you getting the picture? Is it the kind of training style? Is it the approach to a football game? Because we actually know that if you go to places like some place they want to play All-Stars, ex-international want to play All-Stars, you see a different dynamics of the game. You see kind of flow, because these people played abroad. They still maintain that kind of Western spirit they had while they were playing the professional football. But why is it different in Nigerian league? Are you getting? The thing is not actually flowing. You may go to watch a Nigerian professional league game. You will stand there. After 20 minutes, you decide to go home. I so believe that's one of the reasons why football fans are not seeing it entertaining. They rather go and watch maybe 6 aside park of football in their locality, where the energy, the adrenaline is bursting, than coming to watch Nigerian Professional League. With all due respect to the league board, the league is not as entertaining as it's supposed to be in 21st century. Are you getting the picture? So the Kano Pillars game and Enyimba game is not entertaining. So that statistics they draw out. I don't.
yeah, they still have some things to say, but before I say that, let me quickly rush to Kwara United and Remo Stars game. Remo Stars, they won the league last season, and now after 11 games, they are sitting 17th on the log. And then they played against Kwara United, who is Kwara United is 7th on the log. Now they played over the weekend 3-1 to Kwara United. Will you say that Remo Stars are declining, or will you say that winning that league was just a fluke based on Nigerian league, or there was something more, or some of their key players were sold? Is that the reason why they are not performing, or the fatigue, or should we attribute the result of this game to the fatigue of traveling to South Africa and playing Sundowns and then coming back again, rushing down to Kwara again to Ilorin to play this game? So what can you really say that made you able start to lose this game? Because as a defending champion, I don't think you should be losing games that you should be on the 17th on the log after 11 games.
I think there are lots of factors that is affecting Remo Stars. Remember the team that won the league, half of the teams, the players, they have been sold. So recruiting new players now, that blending aspect will be a little bit difficult for them to gel.
Sorry, let me correct. In Nigeria, whether you win league or not, every season half of the team.
No, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to.
Remo Stars, it's
I'm talking about Remo. No. I'm talking about Remo Stars as a team. Half of the players were sold. Now recruiting new players to blending, and that gelling aspect is not there. Secondly, they have lost 4 straight matches in a row, and that might affect their morale. Thirdly, the fatigue traveling to South Africa, coming back, then going to play another match will really affect them. And you should understand that Remo Stars have only played, I think, 8 matches. They have 3 outstanding matches to play. You know, they've played 8 matches. They have 3 outstanding matches. Yeah, so even if they win the 3 outstanding matches, they will be on 19 points. That's second to Abia Warriors. So, but I still believe with time they will step up their game. I think that's what caused their problem. I think it's that fatigue, selling of players, and And again, not that player is not gelling. That's just it.
I feel like in Nigeria league, if you want to win the league, you must make sure that home matches, you must win your own match, either by trick, by crook, by anyhow.
So you are a support of the home win, must home win syndrome.
I'm not telling you. I'm telling you that this is what has been happening. Okay, because out of the whole team, whoever that will always win this league are teams that make sure that they won their home game.
All their own matches.
All their own matches. Then maybe you travel away to go and squeeze out result. Maybe 1-1 draw, 0-0 draw. At least out of away matches, at least you can grind out some result against some smaller team. Then you can be rest assured that you are going to win the league. So now, is it a factor for Remo Stars last season? And then is it a factor that Kwara United, is it one of the factors that made Kwara United to beat Remo Stars? Do you think it's home team syndrome that made Kwara United beat Remo Stars in this game?
No, I don't subscribe to that because I watched that game very well. You see, first and foremost, Remo Stars did not win the league last season by fluke. I think personally that it's a sheer of brilliance. I think the owner of Remo Stars actually had several meetings. From my own perspective, several meetings with these players, morale booster, encourage them in so different way, welfare and all of that, that the world is not heard. Because the approach they gave to the game last season is quite different from this season.
The approach.
Mr. Kema actually said a lot of players left. But that again, I want to frown at that because coming into a new league season and you've sold like 10, 15 players, you know you need signings, you know you need players, a large squad that because you know that you're going to represent Nigeria. You're going to play qualify from in continental. You need squad. You need a large squad in which you have had a lot of times to prepare for coming into the new season and all of that. So the last season was a different dynamics. I believe there is a recipe that was, or there's an injection, maybe by words or welfare, given to the Remo Stars player that made them come all out. Now some of the players are no more there. Left, yeah. So what is being told to these players was there a different thing? The different approach to last season compared to this season. Now to the Kwara United side, I watched that game. The Kwara United players, trust me, they actually played
better.
A nice flow of football. It was from their right fullback and left fullback and their midfield. They actually made they possessed the ball even more than the Enyimba and the Kano Pillars game. They possessed the ball and all their goals were well merited. Even the last goal. The guy, they gave him a true pass from the flank. The guy went and play ball across. The guy rounded it and used it and back foot and put it inside. All their goals were well planned. So the Remo Stars, I think there is something missing somewhere. There's something missing somewhere. So the coach actually need a lot of job to do because if they see slip in points coming to January, I think they will not go up to more than 15 on the log. So
but they have 3 matches.
I know, that's why I said they need to up their game. If they don't up their game, because you see, in every league season throughout the world, January is supposed to be a time you make a marquee signing to just complement the player you have and just balance your points. But if you go, if you go without having the required points from August till December, January, you will just be struggling from relegation, not to escape the relegation.
But it's one of the challenges we'll be talking about because there's no way if Remo Stars sells, if they have sold most of their players,
to recruiting players.
There's no way you can attract good players from all over the country that are very, very good because maybe the payment of salary, the amount they are going to pay them might be smaller somehow. And every good player that is available to move from any other Nigerian league club, you want to look abroad first. They want to look at North African country, South African country, and most of those places. Then Remo Stars will be a second option based on continental. Then now that they did not qualify for playing in the CAF Champions League, now it will be more difficult for them to get some good players over the country because of the structure of the league and the structure of them. Because any player that played well in the Nigerian league system for one season will always want to use his videos, his profile, his statistics to contact agents, to contact club side in Africa or anywhere you do, except in the deal did not work out. That is when they can want a place that they can fall back to. And of course, you know, Remo Stars is a private organization team. It's not a government team, so there are limited amount of money that they can agree with certain player. But if it's a governmental team now, like maybe all these Rivers United or thereabout, then you can be maybe agreeing of maybe some amount of money, maybe 1.something million, 2 million, all of this. So I'm just saying from my own perspective. So I feel like those players that also left Remo Stars are part of the maybe some of them also wanted greener pasture. They wanted, like, they feel like, I played there, I won the league, I did well, let me go and make more money in Europe or in one of these African players.
I'll test another league.
So some of these players are moving from Nigerian league to Sudanese league to Tanzania league. And these places, believe me, some of them, they get paid over $2,000, $5,000 a month.
They are moving for the money.
With sign on of over maybe $20,000, $50,000, $30,000 or $10,000. If you calculate this money in naira, you see it's a lot of money for these guys. So they believe that if they stay put, will I eat Nigerian league? If I stay put now, how long? If you check their age, their calculation, their family, the responsibility, all of this. So these are some of the factors that have really affected Nigerian league. So moving forward, we'll talk about Rivers United and Nasarawa United. 1-0, finish the judge. We need the game. How do you see the game?
It was, I would say it was a well-deserved victory, 1-0. At least coming back from a continental game, winning this one at home is a plus for him. Kudos to Finidi. At least they've added 3 points to the other points they had before. Though they scored the goal in the 45 minutes of the first half by Zakaria. But since then, they didn't create more chances to score more goals. But I just think it's still a good development for Finidi George, you know.
How do you rate Finidi's performance with Rivers United so far?
You rate him 10 on 10 because he won. But coming to the game, it's just like the Kano Pillars and versus Enyimba game. There was no flair. There was no style. What formation? There was no formation in the team. There was no tactical approach.
No, I have told you before that does not.
He doesn't like formation.
Okay, you know, Mr. Kema said he heard this in his interview, but yeah, I've not heard that.
Okay, that's what he said. It's true.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
He said it on air.
Okay, he does not. Maybe it's tactical less and winning a game. You understand? So there was no tactics. There was no tactics. See, the tactical approaches is well over 100. To be very sincere, you know, when you say you employ tactics into a football match, tactics is always obvious. You see the flow.
But there are coaches that don't like tactics.
Perhaps, just as you said, some coaches will not like tactics. Let them just win a particular match. But that game, Rivers United game,
but are not liking tactics, another tactics. So that is his own tactics.
Maybe. Should we call it tactical less or?
No, not tactical. That's his own tactics. So,
okay, not playing with tactics is tactics.
Playing with tactics is tactics.
So that game. I don't know how to place that game, but that game.
Let's see as a tactical.
Now, don't forget. Rivers State I've been there while I was with trial with Dolphins back then in 2001. They love football so much. Rivers State love football so much. But if you look at that game, the seats were empty. It is only one section of it. The seats were empty. Trust me, you will not leave your business to come and watch a game that is not entertaining, because football is entertainment. Because even at the end of the day, you actually need your darling team to win. Sometimes you see football fans, when they watch it, they say, we lose, but the game's sweet. They'll use that word, the game's sweet. So, but that game is no tactics, no style of play, no flair, but he won the game 3-0. So, he has had his 3 points. But sorry, just one small diversion. Chima will say something in the course of Remo Stars. Are you getting the picture? Okay. Players left and want to get some players because they are going to for continental. You need money to buy some certain players. So many things have actually changed in Nigerian league. Don't forget, before this Remo Stars and all of these people, Union Bank was there, First Bank. Yes. So many clubs, we know them.
NEPA.
Don't forget, Nigerian league have Pro League. This Premier League. Yes, we have Pro League. We have the amateur. Yeah. That even, I don't know if the Remo Stars, or let me just use Remo Stars.
But they have their own academy.
No, that's where maybe they have their own approach of graduating a player. Maybe the academy is not meant for the children. Maybe the academy is meant to go abroad. I don't know which way they have chosen. But if you go to the Nigerian National League, if you go to the amateur, you see boys that are hungry, very hungry to showcase themselves at that stage. That if you tell them, they don't. I think many of these football clubs in Nigeria, they don't have scouts. They don't have good scouts. To be very candid,
no, they might have, but the problem is that most of those scouts, most of this is based on nepotism.
Okay,
who you
I will accept that.
Let
me just end it on that. Let me end it on that platform. Let me end it on that platform. Let me end it on that platform. Let me end it on that.
We've discussed this some time ago, but we're still going to discuss that.
You said about Rivers United. You know, Rivers United, they have 2 outstanding matches to play. and they are sitting on 16 points now. So probably if they win their 2 matches, that will be 6 points plus 16. That will be a little bit on 22. They'll be topping the league if they win their 2 matches.
United is 8 now.
Rivers United,
It's 8 on the log.
I said they played 9 matches.
Yes.
They have 2 outstanding matches.
Yes, I said there are 8 currently.
Yes, there are 8 currently, but they are on 16 points. If they win their 2 matches, they will be on 22 points. Automatically,
If they have played 8, they have 3 matches. Then.
no, they are 8 position.
Okay, 8 position. Okay.
But they played 9 matches.
Matches, okay.
They have 2 outstanding. If they win their 2 outstanding matches, they will be on 22 points. Automatically topping Abia Warriors and topping the league. So I think Finidi is doing a good job.
Okay, we've come to the end of this show, but before we close totally, Nigerian league, although they are really coming up somehow, yet for now it's not been shown on a known television in Nigeria in Africa. We stream this game online and with MPFL app and other streaming app, which they are really doing their best. They are really trying. Remo Stars, the defending champion of the Nigerian Premier League, languishing this time around, losing games. I don't know their excuses this time around, but making the league interesting is also good for the league as well. If Kwara United can beat Remo Stars 3-1 at home, this also tells a good story about the Nigerian league. Rivers United, the only surviving team from Nigeria that is going to be playing in the CAF Champions League group stage, coached by Coach Finidi George. He's really doing well as well, and the Rivers State government as well have been supportive in terms of football in the past years. Aqua United, then now Rivers United as well too, doing well. So it's a very good one. Enyimba United, chairman Kanu Anko, then with Stanley Guma. Although he won his game 2-0 against Kano Pillars, but we still expect more from Enyimba because Enyimba in those days used to do far better than this. So now, if Enyimba must come back to that glory days, Enyimba must really do far better than this. Kano Pillars on the relegation zone this time around, a team chairman by Ahmed Musa. Then we have Rabiu Ali as well as the veteran there. So I don't know what is their challenge, but Kano Pillars have been on the top flight for several years now. So are they going to go relegation this season? The Nigerian League will tell us by the end of this season. So let me tell you the top goal scorers so far. Tedo Shimang, Niger Tornadoes with 4 goals. We have Ebuka Nwokore, Kun Khalifa, 4 goals. We have Ibunun, Ewera, that is Ewewara, Wari Wolves, 4 goals. We have Abdulaziz Dahatu, Niger Tornadoes, 4 goals. We have Jeftas Mairiga, Wiki Tourist, 4 goals. We have Godwin Obaji, senior man, Enugu Rangers, 3 goals. We have James Emo, Bayelsa United, 3 goals. We have Dadi Abdurrah, El Kanemi, 3 goals. We have Gideon Monday, Plateau United, 3 goals. Junior Aimufua, Kwara United, 3 goals. Abdul Rashid, Niger Tornadoes, 3 goals. Joseph Arumai, Ikorodu City, 3 goals. Then Rabiu Ali, 2 goals. Bye for now.